Hey, shalom, 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 brother Wakwash back on that scene. Happy Thursday. One more day to Shabbat. Like I always say, every week they come fast, man. The weeks go by so fast, man. I'm glad. Most High's judgments, they come pretty fast too, depending on how severe they are. Yeah, rough week for me though. A lot of niggly behavior, if you know what I mean, out there. Boy, I tell you, man. You know, this SH sucks though, man. You know, I know you brothers and sisters, you coping and you're dealing with it. I'm doing it too, man. But you know, you just see some dumb, crazy stuff. And you know, like the scriptures say, the more you know, the more you know, depressing or sorrow. With much knowledge comes much sorrow. But how many of you are following what's happening in Israel? I mean, not Israel, the Gaza Strip. These are some lying devils, man. These devils just lie and just work on your heartstrings. I watch all these, not infomercials, but these commercials with Esau crying, and I'm gonna use the word Esau. You know, when I say Esau, you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm gonna use the word Esau because you know these devils. They try to strike my page again. They took that last week's Shabbat video. They took the thumbnail down, so I put up another one. And prior to that, the week prior to that, they said the video is restricted to a certain age, a certain age limit, which is kind of crazy. But you know, you know, I say it every once in a while. I believe when the word says this word or this gospel, I can't remember exactly how it goes, shall be preached in all the world. I think it's talking about the internet or YouTube or social media, because the word, that's how it's getting out. But you know, like I say every week, it's a battle between Jacob and Esau, and the Most High, he's using let me hide this real quick. He's using us as his tool or his weapon to get the word out, and he's using the so-called white man as Esau as a sign of the end. Like scripture says, we're the beginning, and Jacob is the beginning, and Esau is the end. He's showing that we're almost there, brothers and sisters. We're almost there. We're almost there, but at the same time, it seems so far. We're almost there, but at the same time, it sucks. We're almost there, but we got to endure. Like I said last week, the Most High, he's going to see who's going to put that work in, and who's going to be his mighty soldiers. And that includes, you know, all the brothers. It doesn't matter how long you've been in the faith or how short you've been in it. Most High got plans for each and every one of us, including the sisters too. But I'm not going to be that long. I got to go back to the plantation tomorrow, which is slavery, and we'll see what happens then, man. You know, all I can tell you, brothers and sisters, is just watch the news, man. Try to get into the habit of watching the news and reading between the lines, and growing in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Start getting that in getting yourself trained in those areas, and read and see how what we are experiencing in the world runs parallel with the scriptures. There's no book on the planet that can compare to what the scriptures is talking about. Check it out. Yeah, man. Watching the news, I'm watching Uncle Joe trying to keep things together, and he just can't. He can't make it stick. He just can't make it stick. because, he fixes one area and then the Most High knocks it down. Then he has the issue at the border. Then the Most High makes a thing out of that. Then the economy sucks. Totally sucks. And guess what? The media is not reporting on how bad the economy is doing as it should, because they don't want you to go in a state of panic, start pulling money out the bank, stop shopping. They're banking on you so-called Negroes and Hispanics in the spirit of weakness to get Christmassy and put a lot of money back in the system. But time is ticking, time is moving, and you can't change prophecies. You can't change the judgment of the Most High. Bottom line. So while our brothers and sisters are twerking, Two-Third Thursdays, the 2/3 that is, while we're rapping and wondering who got Sexy Red pregnant, because that's what they're talking about now, the Most High got prophecies fulfilling itself and more suffering to come. This is why the Most High says in the affliction that you're going to seek him early, the Most High is going to bring more affliction. This is why in the very same scriptures, the Most High says in terms of Esau being the so-called white race, the Most High says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. At one time, the white man didn't have the power he had. At one time, you so-called Negroes and Hispanics, who are the real children of Israel, you ruled this planet. You ruled the planet. And you walked in the divine spirit of the Heavenly Father. But then, just like the devil, Esau, you got high-minded. You got beside yourselves, and you chose to break the commandments. You chose to follow the other gods of the heathens. You chose to make money your God, and you turned your back on the Most High. Your women started whoring themselves out. The brothers started getting lovey-dovey, if you know what I mean, and men joined themselves to men in love, if you know what I mean, just like the heathens. You did the things that the Most High was against, and you chose rather to live a wicked lifestyle like the heathens instead of following scripture. So we threw it all away, man. We threw it all away when you read the scriptures. Yeah, we threw it all away and we turned our back on the Heavenly Father. And for over 1,000 years, we had to be brutally raped, castrated, hung, burned alive. All these things had to happen to us because we chose to be disobedient to the Most High. So, I'm glad. I'm glad as far as what I'm seeing happening now, man. Meaning the Most High's judgment. Because I know we're getting closer and closer to the Most High's prophecies coming to pass. But I'm not going to be that long again. I saw this, man, this morning. I couldn't believe it. I saw this crap this morning about Mayweather. These dudes got their head up the white man's butt so far, man. So far that it's hard to believe they're even black men, so-called black men. And Esau, as the so-called Jew, because he has so much power and he pulls the strings in sports, the music industry, the media, these dudes actually cower down to the enemy, our enemy. I could understand Esau going that route because, they're all the same people. So I could understand that. But man, then you have this other dude. This is a basketball player. Let me show this first. You gotta see this, man. And nobody should be this damn weak. Check this out, though.
Peace mode.
3, 2, 1.
I woke up, man, this morning with some disturbing news out of Israel. That Hamas is kidnapping children, putting them in cages, killing women, killing the elderly.
Now, here's the thing. What the hell does that have to do with us? You know how racist Ishmael is towards so-called blacks? You could be in the Muslim faith. That's right, I'm saying it. You could be in the Muslim faith and still experience racism and hate from the very same people that you worship with in Islam. No different in Christianity. You ever drove by these all white, pristine churches and you see maybe like 2 black people in it, but hundreds and hundreds of white people in that same church? Hundreds and hundreds of white people who worship every Sunday in those churches, who make their way to Wall Street during rush hour 5 days a week, who own construction companies as worshipers in the same churches and make millions, who are the teachers and the doctors and the lawyers who claim to believe in Jesus, believe in God, but at the same time, they are racist as hell. You know what I'm talking about. This country was built on the lies that they believed in God, they conquered in God to establish the Holy Spirit of God. Hypocrites. Hypocrites and liars. They claimed they had to civilize the so-called North American Indians, and they gave them Jesus. Told you so-called Negroes at the same time that you had to obey your masters. They twisted scriptures around and said it was a righteous thing that you would be slaves and that you would obey your masters. But look what's happening now. The same evil that was put on our heads is now spilling over into the white neighborhoods, into white families, into white schools. The schools are getting shot up. Their daughters are strung out on drugs and behaving like whores. All these things are happening. And a lot of you don't believe that that's God's judgment. This is God's judgment, whether you believe it or not. 2 main players in the Most High's judgment is Esau and Jacob. Esau being the so-called white race, Jacob being the so-called black race. As much as our people, like I mentioned last Saturday, are in their feelings and can't see this, you so-called Negroes and Hispanics who the Most High bless, who the Most High has opened your eyes of wisdom. You see this crystal clear. Emotions don't get in the way of this. Emotions don't block your understanding as far as the Most High's judgment. You see clearly what Scripture is talking about, that one would rule over the other, but for a certain amount of time. Let's go back to the Scripture real quick. I'll go back to that story in a minute. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, meaning we are at our lowest state. Who put them at their lowest state? The Most High. Who put us at our lowest state? The Most High. But we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, and the so-called white man, he has built. He has built an empire that's so vast, that's so powerful, No one can conceive that the Most High exists or that the Most High can destroy it. And this is what has people running crazy because they believe that America can never fall. I know so-called Negroes that I talk to on the regular, men and women, they don't believe that this country can fall. They don't believe that. This man has so much power and has ruled for so long, it's inconceivable. Meaning it's beyond any form of reality that this country can fall. And this country is going to fall. It's going to fall. To be this stupid, it doesn't make any sense. And the Most High is beautiful. What the first thing he starts with is those pockets. He hits you in your pockets. This is what affects the majority of you so-called Negroes and Hispanics the most, those pockets. Because your pride and glory is mainly in your pockets. Yeah. You brag about your gold and your jewelry. You brag about your cars. You brag about the homes you live in. So the Most High going to attack those pockets. Yeah. He's going to come hard at you because you think like the enemy thinks now. This is why the celebrities, they're weak. They're weak. They're weak to what's happening all over this world. Yeah. Check them out again.
Elderly.
Check them out.
Children, putting them in cages, killing women, killing the elderly. That's some coward shit. That's cowardly.
And you so-called Negroes, I keep telling y'all, stop praising these dudes that have on fringes. Fringes don't mean a goddamn thing when your mind ain't right. A staff in your hand doesn't mean a goddamn thing when your mind is not right. These dudes are weak. And it's the money and the fame they can't get, they can't turn away from. They think like the white man thinks. Yeah. Listen to them. We were just praising, not all of us, but some brothers were just praising this dude like a few years ago. A few years ago.
Israel, the Hamas kidnapping children, putting them in cages, killing women, killing the elderly. That's some coward shit.
Now, again, what does that have to do with us as a people? What does that have to do with you so-called Negroes and Hispanics? When these same people make money off your backs, whore out your women, talk negative about you, what does that have to do with you? You have to be very careful concerning your own people, because your own people, they're going to be the main problem down the line. They're going to be the main problem that you have to, the main opposition that you have to deal with down the line. They're going to be really the main opposition. They're going to get in the way. I mean, tell me, what does one have to do with the other? Let's listen some more.
That's cowardly. And for all y'all Black Lives Matter who ain't saying nothing, well, let me figure out exactly what happened before I say anything. Fuck you.
Here's another one. I'll give you another one, man. I mean, you know, it's I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all, because the money that these brothers make, man, the money that these brothers are getting, they want to lick the toes of the very people that create a Sexy Red or a Mega Stallion. The ones who they set up big record deals to pump wicked lyrics into your children's minds. Where is this music coming from all of a sudden? This music was not this raunchy just a damn 3 years ago. It was raunchy, but not as raunchy as it is now. It's like they put on extra demon sauce for you to eat. The filth and the garbage that they are pumping now. Who's behind this? Who's behind this? Tell me. Did it just come out of nowhere? Who owns these record labels? We did a show the other day, and I went through a list of who owns these different record labels that play the same music over and over and over again throughout the day. And none of the music is positive. None of the music has to do with love. Even the love songs, or the supposedly love songs, are not like the love songs in the 70s or 80s. It's about how well I can freak you out, how well I can make you go down south and put your mouth in my filthy box. This is where the music is going now. Where did this come from out of nowhere all of a sudden? I'm not making this up. You know what I'm talking about. You know that at some point, this can't go on. You know that, right? That God is real. Judgment is real. The Bible is real. And at some point, people have to die. This is why you have all this killing and people dying out there in Gaza. The Most High is against the religions that they practice. The Most High is against what they call Judaism. The Most High is against that, what they practice. Then under the table, they don't follow what they preach. They don't follow what they preach. Then they're in a land that doesn't even belong to them. It's your land. It's your land. See, that music, brother, that music is a tool to keep the forces of evil and imprison the young brothers and sisters who are addicted to that crack addict music. I was watching an interview with this guy, Soulja Boy. And the level of pride and arrogance in this dude was phenomenal. Just pure arrogance. Because in their mind, the money will continue to flow. It will never go away. But that's where the Most High is going to hit them at. See, the media is hiding the fact that we are in recession. The media is hiding the fact that interest rates continually go up. We went to purchase a home, we went from 3% all the way to 8%, and we're going to 10%. So people can't buy homes. And the ones who want to sell their homes to get a better home, they're saying, well, we might as well stay where we're at. We pay 3% interest rate, a 3% interest rate on the home we currently are staying in. Why should we sell and pay a higher interest rate? Why should we sell? And there are companies laying off. There are chains of businesses going out of business, like CVS, closing stores down all over the country. Then you have other businesses that are folding because of theft in the Black community, or they just can't hold on anymore. So you tell me where this is going. Bad music, bad food, bad movies. You tell me where this is going. Won't be long, brothers. It will not be long. Won't be long. Damn sure won't be long, because this is not going away.
My heart is broken for all of the innocent innocent civilians who have been killed by Hamas?
Now, you hear how they just beasting on Hamas? You know how many innocent children in among the Palestinians who have been killed, and because the media is so one-sided and controlled, you'll never get those stories. You'll never get those stories. You'll never see a balanced amount of sympathy for the Palestinians. You will not see that, because you know who controls the media. You know who controls the lawyers. You know who controls the judicial system. You know who controls and pulls the strings behind the scene. This is what Kanye was talking about. This is the same garbage that Kanye was talking about. So this is why you got Mayweather and certain basketball players selling out, because everybody wants to go to where the money's at. Everybody wants to go to where the money's at, and that's going to be the deal breaker from the Most High. You watch. Yeah, but look what they did to Mel Gibson. You're right. He was right. But look at Mel Gibson now. You step on these guys' toes, man, they're going to come after you full body, hard body. You better believe it. They're going to come at you full body, hard body. Check it out.
War is unspeakable, horrific, scary, emotional.
I stood by Israel and I danced for Israel and we gave it our all.
Reality star Mauricio Umansky raising awareness and hitting the dance floor with an Israeli flag pin last night.
It's a goddamn shame, man. It's a goddamn shame. They get mad at you, brothers, for what you say on the streets. But look at this. Look at the hypocrisy. They call this group Hamas terrorists because of their actions. Well, then if that's the case, then America was established on terrorism. The treatment of the North American Indians, wouldn't that be an act of terrorism? Wouldn't the Europeans who came to this country and butchered, raped, cut the heads off of so-called Indians, wouldn't that be an historical event, times past, of terrorism? Or if you go further down to South America and what happened to our northern brothers, so-called Hispanics. This country was built on the same actions that they condemn Hamas about. This country was built on those same actions. The nerve of them. The nerve. And because the cards are stacked against anyone who opposes this group, there's repercussions. Severe repercussions. And you know I'm right. You know I'm right. Boy, I tell you, boy, you should thank the heavens where the Most High dwells. Meaning the spiritual world where the Most High is at, that He's real. This is why when we went through Psalms 83, I could see why the brothers would pray to the Most High to bring down these heathens, bring down Esau, bring down Ishmael. We read that last week in Psalms 83. Remember that? So I can understand why we pray for the death and destruction of our enemies. What do the Arabs call Esau? They call them the great Satan. The great Satan. And this is a trend. It's with different heathens who acknowledge that Esau is a bad man. Esau's a bad man. And Esau is about money. It's ironic that Esau is about money. You so-called Negroes, you're chasing money. The black woman, she loves money and whores herself out for money. And with all this going on, the Most High, He's sucking up the money. He's making it very difficult to make ends meet. Very difficult. I ain't going to be too long. I know I'm damn ranting at this point. But, yo, I was just at work just thinking about this nonsense, man. But check it out.
I'm Jewish. I lived 9 months in a kibbutz in Israel, and it was a very important part of my life. I heard early this morning that one of my cousin's boyfriends was killed today in
They keep showing Israel. The bombs that hit Israel. They keep showing that. Look at that. But no sympathy for the Palestinians. None. They told them to go south. Leave where you're at and go south. No gas, no lights, no electricity. They shut all that off, which is a war crime. And every time that comes up on Piers Morgan, he won't answer, is that a war crime? He just has his attention focused on the war crimes of Hamas. But clearly that's a war crime, showing you that these guys are just one-sided. Well, that's up for debate. It could be a war crime. Maybe it's not a war crime. We have to look at certain Geneva codes in A, B, and C. So they told them to go south, make their way to Egypt. Egypt won't let them in their country, because of political reasons, I believe. But on their way down I think they had 2 roads. They said they can go down and make their way from the bombs. They bombed the hell out of them. 70 were killed on that road already. This is days ago, by the way. But 70 on the way on this certain road that they told them to go down, 70 people were killed, and they're bombing in the south where they were supposed to be going towards. They're bombing in the middle. They're bombing where they left at. So the Palestinians are saying, we might as well just stay here and wait to die or pray to Allah. Esau knows what the hell he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. See, you so-called Negroes and you so-called black people who are aware of how things work, we know what's going to happen. You see how blessed you are? You know what's going to happen down the line. You know how the story's going to end, and you know where the Most High is taking this. And you know how stupid some of our people are. And they're not up on any current events. They're not up on any prophecies. They're not up on any history. Only thing they care about is what feels good. That's all they care about. What feels good. So what's going to happen? A lot of our people, they're going to die too. A lot of our people, they're going to die in the stupid, ignorant state they're in now. Yeah. You see it every day. And this is what sickens me. This is what pisses me the hell off. That's what pisses me off. Look at them. These are your people. I show this video every time because I want to stick in your heads. You got war all over the world. This is your people in Florida, Baltimore, Philadelphia, the Caribbean. All the so-called black man and black woman care about is shaking their ass. Shake that ass, girl. That's all they care about. No real weighty matters. Nothing spiritual. Just be a pit bull sex demon, a sex machine. Have multiple babies by multiple daddies like a pit bull. Produce, put that trash in the streets, and have that same trash kill each other. And when it's too unbearable, put them in jails. Put them in jails when it's too unbearable. Yeah. Now tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm being mean. Tell me. Tell me. How long you think this is going to go on? How long you think the money is going to stretch, that the government going to keep printing money and raising interest rates? At some point, there's going to be a meltdown. At some point, something is going to happen where there's going to be no more money left. No more money. Keep printing money, giving money to the Ukraine, giving money to Israel, giving money to China, making shady deals here and there. How long you think it's going to last? Look at this right here in Atlanta. Look at this. Dwindling local access to health in Atlanta's underserved communities. Underserved, sorry. Give me, it's kind of hard to read this. It says, it's terrible to probably, so I can't even see it. It says, when Wellstar Health Systems, Atlanta's medical center, closed its doors in 2022 after serving the community for more than 100 years. 100 years, they shut down. And you notice that you have a lot of mom and pop stores that were passed down from generation to generation. Then you had chain restaurants that's been around from generation to generation. You had businesses that were in communities that affected a lot of communities, became a part of those same communities, are shut down after being open for generation and generation, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. You notice how they all just shutting down all of a sudden? That's why I asked the question, how long do you think this foolishness is going to last? How long do you think it's going to last? You better believe it, because Jersey City is next to Manhattan. Kick you Negroes out of Jersey City and get right into New York City. They know what they're doing. You so-called Negroes are dying to get into the suburbs where they was, and now they're trying to switch places. All right, ninjas, you can have the suburbs. We'll move into the hood, fix it up where you can't get back in, and we're right near Manhattan. We're right near key spots. We're down by the business districts. We'll give you some more drugs to kill each other and whore yourselves out and make millions. Money hand over fist. Give you some rap music to distract you. Give you some chicken sandwiches loaded with over 100 chemicals. How many of you saw that article? I think somebody from the Nation of Islam revealed it. That Popeyes and Chick-fil-A, they chicken had like hundreds and hundreds of damn chemicals in it. And they had it online, and when it was revealed, they took it down off the line. Popeyes. You wonder why we feel fatigue and we get all this cancer, and you women, you get fibroids, and you're half out of your mind. If they so greedy to steal like they're stealing, you think they're not going to put chemicals in the food to prolong it so you can make an extra few dollars? Chemicals in the food to make you hungry and crave for that poison to make an extra buck? You think they're not going to do that? Oh, he can't do that. That's illegal. He would never do that. He's a Christian just like me, Yak. You're freaking out of your minds, man. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You could taste the chemicals. I remember when he was going nuts for this damn chicken sandwich at Popeyes. So I said, let me see. I waited till everything died down. I said, let me taste this damn chicken sandwich and see what's the big deal. I go in there, damn hood chicken there. She takes the chicken, slaps it on a damn bun, and just put it together all sloppy. Bought the poison rather. Took a bite out of that. I could just taste the chemicals just oozing in this delicious, delicious, tasty poison I'm now putting in my body. I would never buy that crap again. Poison. You could taste the chemicals in it, because if you're eating healthy and you're trying to be on your A game, the minute you try to eat something that's filthy, you'll taste it. And if you keep eating it, you'll be addicted, just like the rest of our brothers and sisters. And it's the problem. You need facilities in the hood, if it's on the up and up, that is, to help the elderly, the children, to help people. They're not going to go on no herbs. So if things get really bad, you got setups or institutions like this to help so-called Negroes in the hood. When Wellstar Health System's Atlanta Medical Center closed its doors in 2022 after serving the community for more than 100 years, local residents worried that the loss would most deeply impact Black, low-income communities. How many of you noticed that over the last few years, these government-ran institutions that gave money, gave you a place to stay, took care of homeless, single Black women or Hispanic women, have now started to fold or don't have the money now. Yet, mysteriously, these devils, they'll find millions of dollars to give to the Ukraine, but no money to the Black community. Millions of dollars to give to Israel, but no money to the Black and Hispanic communities. Money to help the people in Israel now. This is what Biden is talking about. To help them now. You don't believe me? You know, this is called, you got things like this that helps so-called Black people, supposedly. I don't know if they poison you or what, but these things are closing down, but yet Biden is sending money to Israel. Look at this. You don't believe me? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Biden drafts $1 billion foreign aid package, including money for Israel and Ukraine. Look at that. Isn't that unbelievable? That's unbelievable. Shouldn't that money go into the hood? Should that money go into educating so-called Negroes and Hispanics who read at a third grade level as teenagers? Yet they find this money. They find this money. You can't make this up. And you get mad when we say he's a devil. You get mad. They got money to help the Palestinians now too. Oh yeah, I saw that. $100 million for the Palestinians. And they don't know what portion of that money is actually going to go to the Palestinian people. Same thing with the Ukraine. They can't account for all that money they sent to the Ukraine. They can't account for all that money, where it's going. So when is the money cow going to just die? How long can they continually do this and survive? You can't make this up. Look at this. The Biden administration is drafting a $100 billion foreign aid package that includes assistance for Israel, as well as other top security priorities, according to two people familiar with the details. Details on the spending requests were still being finalized ahead of an official request sent by the White House to Congress this week. Ain't that something? One person told ABC News that the bulk of the assistance will likely go toward Ukraine. What does that have to do with America? America, you got people starving. I'm not just talking about our people, but even Edomites, heathens, starving, laid off. Banks are about to fold. Even Home Depot is catching heat now because the building of homes that has slowed down because people are not buying homes. So that's hitting Home Depot. How far or how long do you think that this can continue, brothers and sisters? Is this prophecy? Is this common sense? Is this hype? You put it together. One person told ABC News that the bulk of the assistance will likely go toward Ukraine, while others also said that it included $10 billion for Israel. Why are they asking for donations, or why are people going nuts to give money to Israel, whereas Israel has been getting money from America for years, and that's not including the hustle money that Israel has been taking in for years. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. This is insane. Back to the other story. Come on now. Again, it says, when Wellstar Health Systems Atlanta Medical Center closed its doors in 2022, after serving the community for more than 100 years, local residents worried that the loss would most deeply impact Black and low-income communities. They were right. With the closure of Atlanta's Medical Center, AMC, there's now only one level 1 trauma center in the region. Wellstar reportedly closed both AMC in Atlanta Medical Center South in East Point due to a decline in revenue. That makes sense now. Due to a decline in revenue, meaning no money. As a result, several doctors' offices in Atlanta and the South metro area either closed or relocated. I wonder where. In March of this year, the group of Atlanta lawmakers accused Wellstar of discriminating against communities of color and called for a federal investigation. Fulton County Commission Chairman Rob Pitt told local media. How does that make sense? How does that even make sense? It's just crazy. It's crazy. But over here, you got all these celebrities crying out for Israel. Look at it. You see how dumb we have been for all these years? You see how stupid we have been for all these years, man. All these years we've been stupid, man. Check it out.
One of my cousin's boyfriends was killed today in defending his kibbutz.
We are beginning to learn about the full scope of the mass bloodshed.
Amidst the horror, an outpouring of support for CBS Morning's anchor Tony DeCopel.
Good to hear that Tony's family, I know he has a couple of kids in Israel. Yes. Thank God they're safe.
Thanks for the comments about my kids.
Look at this, Toby. Look at this guy. He's running for president, too.
They are safe, and I appreciate your concern.
Celebs also mobilizing relief efforts.
Look at this guy now. Big Money Mayweather. Now, what does this have to do with him? You know what's sad with Mayweather? I put a post. Somebody put this up on Facebook today about Mayweather sending money to Israel. And I could be wrong. Maybe he does stuff for the Black community. I don't know. But how much money did Mayweather send to Haiti? Look at the state of Haiti. All the money that Mayweather has, that Michael Jordan has, that what's his name? King, whatever his name is, the basketball player. All the money that the rappers have. LeBron, King James, LeBron, all the money LeBron has. Why couldn't they pool their money together and get Haiti back in the game? Invest in Haiti, open casinos in Haiti, or build up hotels in Haiti, create employment and better medical facilities in Haiti. With all the money they make, they can't do that. Why couldn't The Rock and Oprah focus more on Haiti instead of scheming on the people in Maui? Tell me. Because they scared of Esau. They scared of Esau, and they want to lick the cheese from between the toes of Esau spiritually. That's why. That's why. Why would you believe for Kaiser? That's right. That's right. That's right. You could put some money into Mississippi. You could put some money into Detroit. They say that Detroit is the a-hole of America. They gotta kiss his toes. They gotta lick those toes. Lick those damn toes, man. Damn shame. Look at this.
Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather's relief organization is reportedly sending food, water, and bulletproof vests for Israel's defense forces.
Bulletproof vest. You can't make this SH up. This is crazy, man. Check it again.
Is reportedly sending food, water, and bulletproof vests for Israel's defense forces and civilians.
Now, why is that necessary? We just read about billions of dollars going over to Israel. Billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Tell me. Billions and billions of dollars. No need to scrimp and dig deep into the kitty. In other words, sending money to Israel. We just read about how much money these guys get, man. We just read it. Let me get that off. Right here. We just read it, man. Let me get back here. Look at it. One person told ABC News that the bulk of the assistance would likely go toward Ukraine, while others also said that it included $10 billion for Israel. If Israel got $10 billion, has been getting it, or is about to get this, and they've been getting this for years, why is it necessary for Floyd Mayweather, along with a host of celebrities and people in this country or throughout the whole world, why is it necessary for them to send money? Unless it's just another shakedown scam. Make me understand that, because I don't understand it. I don't understand it. This is why people are going nuts. This is why people are in the streets. We went through this last week's Shabbat, and you saw people going nuts in the streets because they realized that everything is one-sided. Everything is one-sided. Everything is one-sided. Look.
On the U.S. Embassy in Beirut.
How many of you saw this? Them going nuts at the U.S. Embassy in Beirut. How many of you saw this a couple of days ago?
Rage is erupting across the Arab world. Thousands of protesters converged on the U.S. Embassy in Beirut.
We're here to let the Arab people wake up.
In Turkey.
See, now this is what I'm, brothers. This is what I'm looking at, man. This is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at. I'm sorry, you didn't get to see that. This is what I'm looking at. The whole Arab nation, Beirut, even the Saudis, those greedy bastards, I don't know about them, but Iran, the people in Syria, Lebanon, even Iraq, all these guys coming together and unleashing hell in the Middle East, and Armageddon just starting off, man, jumping off. That's what I'm looking at. They question Russia's opinion on the whole thing. They just not is like little short statement. China, little short statement, because they hate America. They hate America, and America's been kicking everyone's asses around for so long that now they tired of it now. They tired of the BS. They're tired of it. You know? There you go. They love Esau. They love him. You know? But guess what? Even though they love him, things are jumping off. Look, things are jumping off. Look.
Demonstrators rushed the Israeli consulate in Istanbul. They're all reacting to what Palestinians call a massacre. That explosion at the Al-Ahli hospital in Gaza City.
I heard an almighty shriek followed by a large explosion. Part of the ceiling of the operating room fell.
Bodies can be seen laying on the ground. Children among the victims. Hamas says it was an Israeli airstrike. Israel emphatically denies that. The military saying the deadly explosion was caused by a Palestinian.
Now, imagine the the so-called Arab world seeing this, witnessing this, getting understanding on what I just said. Well, they know what time it is. They live this, that everything is one-sided. The corruption, the money being passed around under the table. Imagine them seeing this and the rage that's building up in them, the anger that's building up in them based on what they've seen for years, what they've lived through for years. Imagine the anger of all these Arab countries coming together against Israel. How can America stop that without getting her hands dirty? Even Biden is telling Bibi Netanyahu not to go into the Gaza Strip on foot with the soldiers, because he knows it's going to look bad. And believe it or not, Biden does not want that heat. He's a soft president. He doesn't want that heat. And it will be the beginning of World War III. If all these Ishmaelites, so-called, united and started shooting rockets from Syria, Lebanon, and the Gaza Strip at one time, America would have no choice but to put her foot in this war. And she's already financially strapped. And it would look very negative, and the other countries would be mad at America. Because remember, Biden gave Iran billions of dollars, and now they're claiming that Iran used that money to fund Hamas and what's happening over there now. So that would look very, very negative. It already looks shady and negative now. So, like I said last week, brothers, all we got to do is watch and pray. That's all we got to do. Watch and pray. This has nothing to do with us. That's why I don't understand these weak Negroes, these weak, pathetic Negroes who can't help but to get involved in this. This has nothing to do with us, man. Nothing to do with us. But you got weak brothers and sisters who can't help themselves. They just can't help themselves. Just can't help themselves. I'll go back to that. Look at this. Israel, Gaza. How much money does Israel get from the U.S.? You can't make. Look at this. Look at this crap. President Joe Biden is facing questions from some of his Democratic Party about the amount of aid the U.S. sends to Israel. Senator Bernie Sanders, crazy Bernie from Brooklyn, he says Senator Bernie Sanders has said the U.S. must take a hard look at how the money is spent. You know what crazy Bernie said? You have to take a hard look at how this money is spent. Meanwhile, you so-called Negroes in the hood, you don't got Jack SH. You don't got nothing. And you crying for reparations. You've been crying for reparations for over 25 years. They spent your reparation money 25 times over. And they laugh in your face. So what does Israel get and what is it used for? How much aid does the U.S. give? In 2020, not too long ago, right? In 2020, the U.S. gave $3.8 billion. I've been through this already. We went through this already before. In 2020, the U.S. gave $3.8 billion in aid to Israel. What the hell is Floyd Mayweather sending money for bulletproof vests to Israel for? Why are these celebrities sending money to Israel? Why? When every year we send money to Israel. In 2020, the U.S. gave $3.8 billion in aid to Israel, part of a long-term, check this part out now, part of a long-term yearly commitment. Look at this. Part of a long-term yearly commitment made under the Obama administration. What did Obama give you so-called Negroes? You went crazy. When he became president, you cried. You said that Jesus sent him. You said, finally, we're free. A black man is president. What did Obama give you? He gave billions to Israel. What did he give you so-called Negroes who still in 2023, this happened in 2020. This is a story about what went down in 2020. But prior to that, billions of dollars was given to the so-called small hats. You got to be careful what I say. From your daddy, from the one you love, Obama. What did you get? What did you get? He was the first so-called black president. Not an Israelite, but the first so-called black president. What did you get? Name me 3 things you could stand on that sticks out that Obama gave the black communities in this country. 3 things that just stick out, that jump off, that we can't, that was so great and it just jumps off the pages of history that you could be proud of, that you got from the first black president. Huh? In 2020, the U.S. gave $3.8 billion in aid to Israel, part of a long-term yearly commitment made under the Obama administration. Almost all of this aid was for military assistance. Almost all this aid was for military assistance. And you tell me this man doesn't live by the sword? You get mad when we show that this man, he lives by the sword, and you say we teach hate. The very tax money, American tax money that you work hard for, that same money is being used for weapons of war. Make that make sense to me. Explain that to me. You get mad at us when we show you, according to prophecy, that Esau was designed and created, as much as you love him, as rooted you are into Christianity, that Esau was made to live by the sword. Biblical prophecy. Some of you think that Esau is the Arabs. But look what's happening. If Esau is the Arabs, why don't he raise up in power? Huh? Raise up in power. They're sickening, man. In Chicago, they're paying millions. Yeah. And you so-called Negroes and Hispanics, you got jack, you have zilch. But believe me, sister, this man knows what he's doing. A lot of this stuff is planned out. It's just that some of it is spiraling out of control because of the Most High. Some of it is spiraling out of control because of the grace and power of the Most High. But this man ain't gonna stop. He's programmed like an android to do the evil that he's doing, and it's not gonna go anywhere. This is just the beginning, like it tells you in the book of Matthew. These are just the beginning of sorrow. So you better put on your seatbelts, better put on your helmets, and get ready, because this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. It says this support came as part of an agreement signed by former President Barack Obama in 2016, like I just mentioned. An overall package of $38 billion, $26 billion in military aid over the decades, over the decade from 2017 to 2028. This is the deal. Your tax money has to line their pockets from 2017 to 2028. Now, you tell me, why is that necessary? Or better yet, why are you sending money to these people? Why? Make it make sense. How has Israel used U.S. money? Over the years, the U.S. has helped Israel develop one of the most advanced militaries in the world, with funds allowing them to purchase sophisticated military equipment from the U.S. There you go. There you go. For example, Israel has purchased 50 F-35 combat aircrafts, which can be used for missile attacks. 27 of the aircrafts have so far been delivered, costing around $100 million. Look at this. I guess that's the Iron Dome. I don't know. Look at that. Look at that. This is where your money goes. But we teach hate. We teach hate. Crazy. Crazy. This is why they're protesting. This is why they're going crazy in the streets, man. You know? This is why the fighting must continue.
Palestinian rocket that misfired, launched not by Hamas, but another Palestinian militant group in Gaza called Islamic Jihad,
Chaos.
which says the accusation is false. Israel shared footage it claims to show the rocket heading toward Israel, then changing direction and crashing into Gaza.
We confirmed that there was no IDF fire by land, sea, or air that hit the hospital.
The Israeli military says communication it intercepted prove Hamas knows Israel isn't responsible.
They messing up, man. I don't know. You know, this is still this is still undetermined exactly whose missile this was. But if it was Hamas, they looking bad, man. They going up against the beast and they looking really bad.
And is using the blast to stoke anger. If that's true or not seems to make little difference.
Look at that.
This could be a tipping point, spreading the war across the Middle East. In Gaza, Hamas continues to hold hundreds of hostages, including Americans and other foreign nationals. We spoke to a senior Hamas official who says the group is willing to free civilians.
I'm sorry. Could I just clarify this? You say you're willing to release all of the civilians, including the Israeli nationals, if there is a stopping?
Including the Israeli civilians and all the foreigners.
And what are you asking for in order to do that? Do you want the airstrikes to stop? Is that the condition?
To stop the aggression.
So that our viewers might hear that and say that this offer doesn't mean anything. That if you're not willing to carry it out, then it doesn't mean anything.
How? Well, if you stop the aggression, it can be implemented over the next hour.
He sounds like Habib. Get fuck out the store. Get out. He sounds like that. But they can't keep that up for long either, because they are getting mollywopped, man, over there in the Gaza Strip, man. They can't outlast these devils, man. They can't. But you know, I'm not gonna keep you brothers and sisters up, man. I gotta go to bed myself. But I just want to make a couple of key points. That one, anybody who says the Bible is not authentic is a damn fool, because there's no book on this planet that runs parallel to what we are witnessing here, the future, as well as the past. There's no book on this planet. Secondly, you know, what we just discussed and went through with the money, it's all a goddamn lie and hoax, man. It's just a lie and a damn hoax. And we're going to see. We're going to see what's going on. Today's Thursday. We're going to see what transpires between now and the next Shabbat. It should be very interesting what's going to transpire. But I'll tell you this, brothers and sisters, count your blessings, man, because the Most High has he's blessed you and he's put you in this truth. And watch the finances. Watch how the Most High tap into the pockets of these brothers and sisters and the heathens, and watch the food supply. Watch where we go with the damn food supply. because that's something that's something you got to watch too. Right, there you go, sister. So hang in there, brothers and sisters, because you on the winning side, and really, what do you got to lose but worldly, foolish behavior? What do you got to lose? Your brothers and sisters who are in the world acting damn stupid. The ones who are in the world acting stupid, they ain't got nothing going on. They don't got a goddamn thing going on. You understand? So, the Most High says that we should live by our daily bread. Strive in the spirit of the Most High and count your blessings that you're able to make it. And the little change the Most High give you to eat, watch some TV, be with your people you love and care about. Don't take those things for granted, man. Don't take any of that for granted. Stay in the spirit of the Most High and do us right, man. Do us right, because there's nothing to look forward to in these days, man. You steal a few good moments, and you praise the Most High, and you come together with brothers and sisters, and you do us right. Because you're with the brothers and sisters, I hope, that do right. But you watch as time go on. Watch how that money, the money situations start affecting brothers and sisters. It's gonna happen. But you brothers and sisters, I'll see y'all again, possibly tomorrow night, and or Saturday, definitely Saturday, and we'll see what happens then, man. But watch the news, man. Watch these devils scurry like the rodents they are. Watch it, man. Watch the news, because things is happening, man. And all praises and glory goes to the Most High. I love the Most High, and everything goes to the Most High, man. So, brothers and sisters, I'll see you later. Stay strong. Please do, you brothers and sisters who are watching currently, in the future, please thumbs up this video, thumbs down, comment, share, subscribe. Anything that gets the algorithms up. Shalom.